In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you the top 2 stocks to keep on your watch list for tomorrow. We're also going to look at the overall markets to get you ready as always, along with doing some updates on the stocks that I've mentioned in the last videos. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got QQQ, and today things turned out a little bit bullish. I wasn't expecting this move right here, this big push. I thought we were either going to have a sell-off or just a small doji before a sell-off during the remainder of the week. But there was some news released at exactly 9 a.m. and a lot of buying volume kicked in. Now, looking at the way QQQ is setting up, if you look at the daily charts, the daily chart is looking like this. It's still in bearish territory, meaning that 9 SMA acted as resistance. It got rejected pretty hard when it got close to $444. It's not quite back into that chop face zone, so we will see how things open up tomorrow. And there are some economic reports that are also going to be put out at exactly 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Wait, yeah, no, Eastern Time. Yeah, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Those are going to be reported and released, so that might shake up the market a little bit. Volatility might kick in again, but as of the way it looks right now, the bulls aren't out of the woods just yet. The bears are still in control, and if we open up lower, let's say below 440, we could see it sell off until 436 bucks. Okay, it really depends on how we open up tomorrow. The Dow Jones looks even worse. The Dow Jones gave us exactly what I thought it would give us, which is either a small doji or a sell-off, right? Unlike the QQQ, which is a bit stronger right now, all right? This one, bulls are still trapped at the top, as you can see. These are the bulls trapped up here, all right? So again, we'll see how things shake up in the morning. We'll see. Now, the first stock that I want to share with all of you for tomorrow, that stock is for the bears, and that stock is Rust once again. All right, if you look at the daily charts, Rust had its moments, a big move all the way up to $151, and right now it's looking kind of lumpy to me. So we're going to zoom into the chart, and we're going to go onto the 4-hour right here, and we're gonna look at this segment of the chart. There is a bearish rectangle that broke down after support got tested once, and then they got tested again twice, and then third time it broke through. This was Tuesday, and then it really sold off again today. All right, now one thing that it's not supposed to do, it's important that I share with y'all what's not supposed to happen, is for the stock to get back above here into the rectangle. It's not supposed to get up and cross $144. If it does, then the structure is nullified. Clean structures, once they break out, they may tease and play games and go sideways for a bit, but they're not supposed to go back in there. All right, sometimes they can be really aggressive and get deep in here before collapsing later on. That can happen, so watch out for that too. But with the way everything is, with the way the Dow Jones is, and how the stock is even setting up, right, the volume is slightly increasing from 1.5 to 1.6 to 1.8 million in volume traded. It has a lot of room at the bottom. There's also some gaps to fill. This one is way down at 127, so it might take some time to get down there. All right, but for tomorrow, just watch it for a drop all the way down to $136. for rusts. All right. Now, the second stock that I want to share with all of you, that one is for the bulls, and that stock is Ford. Right. Now, congratulations to anybody who watched. I released a video on Sunday as to the stocks to buy for April. All right, and Ford was one of them. So if you've been in Ford and buying and patiently waiting, I mean the stock did what it's supposed to do, which is not supposed to get back on the $13. It played a lot of games throughout the previous 2 days, and then today it finally took off, and that news that came out at 9 a.m. today really helped out the stock and caused it to push up even higher. So it's getting close to that green circle up here, which I've drawn. And I think it's gonna get there a bit sooner than expected. So keep this one in your watch list. Again, this one is a hold based off of how it's behaving. This one is a hold up to $14.50 and potentially even higher. It might get there before earnings. So keep this one on your watch list. Now, let's do some updates. So the first stock that we're going to look at Tesla. All right. Now with Tesla is, again, just like QQQ, Tesla is not out of the woods just yet. There is a small gap to fill, just a small one, all the way up towards 170. And right now it is at 170. So if we just open up here, we might see this thing happening tomorrow because the bear flag is still in play and the gap is not that far away, right? The gap is not that far. The indices are looking kind of sus. So it's too soon for me to say, yeah, this is ready to make a massive reversal to the upside. It's too soon for me to say that. All right. But the way it's behaving and the way it's moving, it just looks like it's gonna play some games before it finally falls. All right. Oh, it's gonna need the QQQ to kind of speed up with the sell-off already before this thing really, really crumbles down and gets in the 160s. All right. And I mean the 150s, I mean. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm not changing my opinion on Tesla. I'm sure long-term investors are seeing this and are liking this at this price, which is perfectly fine. It's on a huge discount from the highs of $300. All right, and it's even on a bigger discount from these highs right here. So looking at it from the long term, for people who are dollar cost averaging starting from here, it's not really a bad spot to start. Just don't be surprised to see this thing go lower, and I know that if it goes lower, you're gonna like it even more. All right, so that's my thoughts on it. The next one that we're gonna look at is actually Netflix. All right, now something is very, very, it's a bit complicated with Netflix, with the way it's moving. We're gonna look at the 1 hour. All right, now with the 1 hour, I drew a specific trend line for you guys right here. Like a sold off, like the minute after I released that video, the last time I talked about Netflix and gave you all an opportunity to make some money on puts. And ever since then, it didn't drop even lower. It's just traded sideways between 600 and 610 before pushing higher today. All right. So right now, it's tough to know exactly which way we're going to go. It's tough because it closed at resistance. So we have to wait and see how it opens. If it stays underneath the line, struggles maybe for like half the day, all right, then the odds of it selling off from that point will be pretty likely. All right, so just keep it on your watch list because there's a lot of room at the bottom. There's not that much structure to go off of. This is just purely price action. So just watch and see how it behaves. This is very tempting to chase to the long side. That right there, extremely, extremely tempting, but it could be a big trap. So be careful with Netflix. Be very, very careful. All right. Now, the last stock that we're going to discuss in today's video is DJT. All right, and with DJT, well, this one faded to support. It faded back to support. The overall, the big structure is looking, at this point, it's looking kind of sloppy. The odds of us going up to 92, and when the stock was playing games up here, I had my suspicions. All right, I wasn't really sure, and then this fade right here kind of like just took those possibilities out of the equation. All right, so I don't expect too much going on here. The selling volume increased a lot, and as the volume fades, I think so will the price. So the next point that I see on here is $40 before it turns around again and forms a new structure um, that could tell exactly which way the stock is going to go. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. Remember, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way YouTube notifies you whenever I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, we can get all of this information in real time as I see them. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Also, if you haven't followed me on social media, you can find me at Paul Nkuma and Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.